Okay, everybody. So me and Kira are back with an update.
Hi.
And right now we're getting ready to take our exam again. And now we're on the same schedule like we were when we were taking FAR. We're just doing different exams. So I'm doing REG.
And I am doing audit.
Okay. And I know the other day we did some mock exams, or at least I did. I actually did all three of mine. So I'll tell you about that. I did my other one this morning.
You did? Okay,
Yes.
well, tell us about it. What happened?
So I got a 50 on my first one. I took that on Saturday. I got a 76 last night, and I got a 50 this morning.
And you did all of the testlets?
Yeah, but one of them was like stocks. I didn't do that one at all. And then another one I didn't really do. So I just put 0 for those, just see what points I could get. But those are two sims that I just didn't feel like working out. And each time I took them, it literally took me 2 hours for each exam. So, how about you, Kira?
Well, I did pretty good. I feel like on the multiple choice. I can't remember my exact grade. Overall, I think I made like a 57. But I didn't do the last testlet, and I didn't answer basically 2 in the testlet because at first I was getting late, and then I just started feeling like I know this. Like I think I was going back and forth with like a journal entry on sales, like an accounts receivable, and I'm like, I literally know this, so.
Yeah.
But overall, I felt confident about it. I'm glad that I did it because I feel like I got some multiple choice questions that I hadn't seen before. So I just feel like as I'm going through like these multiple choice question sessions, like you start to kind of catch on to the terminology that Becker uses, and it makes it easy for me to, capture the things. But I'm glad that I did because I was able to really kind of sit down, get that kind of anxiety shock from the simulations because I feel really intimidated by those. It's like, I feel like I can kind of piece together and kind of think through the multiple choice questions, but the simulations kind of require like a different level of analysis that, is intimidating. But overall, I think it was good. I'm glad I did the practice exam. What is the mock exam? But I don't know if I'm going to end up doing another one. I'm kind of feeling like at this point I need to kind of just read my notes and kind of like let some stuff kind of settle in because I have been doing like 100+ questions every day.
Yeah. And I really like the mock exams because a lot of it is how they ask you. I missed an entire sim, really good points. In my mind, I technically got the whole sim right, but I did it backwards. It's like what they asked me for, I gave them the opposite number. So I gave them what was used versus what was left over. And I missed the whole sim just because I didn't understand what they were asking.
Yeah.
And the negatives and the zeros and blanks get me. If they don't tell me, I don't know what to automatically assume. Because I know one, I saw it was like on the Becker sim, it said do none if it's nothing, but I automatically felt like if I have to put none, I have to put 0 on the side. So I got all of those wrong in one of the sims on my mocks. But yeah, I think it helps you to know what to look out for on the exam in terms of reading, because you can know the answer, but not understand what to actually put.
Yeah, and I've done more of the research questions and just actually like completing the simulations this time because usually I end up wasting a terrible amount of time like trying to figure out the research question, but I'm feeling more confident. At least if I can't figure it out right off the top on where to look, then I'll at least watch the video and kind of listen to their thought process on finding keywords.
And so my exam is in 2 days, so less than 48 hours. When is your exam, Kira?
My exam is in, I think, 7 days, 7 or 6 days. It's on the 29th, and today is the 22nd, so it's 7 days.
Yep, so we decided to do this before I take my exam, and then we're going to do a score release video together as well. And we get our scores pretty quick this time, so how long do we get our scores back here?
I'm going to tell y'all the exact hours, okay, down to the hours. We have 2 weeks, 2 days, and 3 hours until we get our exam grade back. And that could be sooner because the grades can release early. So
Yep.
that's a quick turnaround. I mean, it's literally like this is the final stretch. It's really the final stretch for you, Carmen. So but that's good though. I'm so happy for you. I cannot wait to
Yes,
be able to celebrate that.
We will be CPAs in 2020.
Period.
And how do you feel about your exam? Are you feeling pretty prepared? How do you plan on studying between now and then?
I do feel prepared. I mean, I feel like I don't know, I just feel like in the exams that I've passed, I feel like it was like a moment in time where I felt like engaged and just really focused. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like it gets in, you kind of get into a rhythm. Like I'm up in the morning at around 6, I'm doing 30 multiple choice questions with my study group. While I'm doing that, I'm writing notes, and then they kind of send out the review of the questions that we went over in the morning. So for lunch, before I get on again and do 30 more questions, I'm reading through that. Just familiarizing myself with what I went over in the morning. So it's kind of breaking up my day. It's making it easier for me to retain the information. And I just feel like just purely with audit, I know that after I took it the last time, I just feel like I didn't have enough practice. It wasn't just like, oh, this was just so hard or conceptually, hard to understand. It was just like, I was like, damn, I really should have, did more practice and more work. So I'm feeling prepared in that regard. But since I am spending more time doing multiple choice questions, it's making me feel, like I said, anxious about the simulation. So I need to figure out a way to kind of balance that in. And I think that I'm going to add going through Liliana's booklet as it's basically like some practice in that realm, and I'll do some multiple choice in my final review. I need to download that. I still haven't done that. But really, I mean, I'm just gonna start going harder and harder the closer we get to my test date, and just spending more time, in the material, trying to understand, write down, type out, just do anything I can to kind of stay fresh on the material. Because I mean, I feel like that's the biggest part. I don't feel like I don't understand anything. It's just I don't want to miss those small nuances because you've been going through, you're just not going through and actually refreshing your mind on certain things. But overall, I do feel way more prepared than I did before, and I think I made a 68 or 64 or something like that. So hopefully all we need is a 75. So
yeah. I said this is actually kind of the highest that I have been getting on mocks. I was used to getting like 40s and I guess 50s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the doing multiple choice with other people, walking them through, and really just reviewing a lot helps breaking that time up so that you aren't drained and sitting down and doing all of it at the same time.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I've done studying that has made getting through the material easier is doing 10 multiple choice questions like at a time. Like I'll go in, I'll do 10 multiple choice questions on the section to kind of like test out if I understand, what's going on. If I'm not connecting conceptually, then I'll go back and I'll either do the skills practice video and walk through that exercise or do the lecture, and then I'll go back and do 10 more questions. If I feel like I'm kind of wrapping my head around, I'll jump and do 10 more. So I'm kind of, I don't know, it helps me to break it up and not feel like, oh my God, I got to sit through 59 questions in the transaction cycle, so it helped me kind of get through and knock out a lot of stuff during the study session.
Yeah, I agree. I know a lot of people ask me like, do you do all of the multiple choice in the section? I'm like, no. Because at some point when you're constantly doing practice tests like just over those sections, you're kind of seeing every question in a way, and it's no use in stressing and looking at all of them and never wanting to go back or already knowing how the questions look when you're just be able to review for it again.
Yeah, I agree. I've been trying this go around to try to at least get an 80 on the modules. I start off, like I said, still with 10, but like I said, just bouncing around and kind of if I hit 80 in that group, I'm going to try to go into another module. So really on my completion, I feel like audit has been one of the sections where I've kind of did actually like more of the course material, which makes sense since I'm not in a live class this time. I guess that I've been watching some lectures because I wasn't watching any lectures when we were in Liliana's class. I mean, you didn't need to, but I don't know. I'm feeling ready. What are you going to be doing these last 2 days?
So right now I'm doing 20 questions a section, and it's 8 sections in reg. So that should give me 160 questions to finish off today. I wanted to review one of the section sims, and then tomorrow I'm just gonna, I guess, do a bunch of mixed multiple choice between all the sections. And I saved some of the sim videos that I wanted to look on the mocks that I did until tomorrow. So it's 3 in particular that I'm gonna go and watch tomorrow. Just get a good night's sleep. The day of my exam, I'm just gonna look through my notes, and then
and just go and knock it out.
Yep.
Oh man, what time is your exam?
1.
At 1. I wasn't able to get, what time did I get? I think I got 4:30. It's gonna be pretty late in the afternoon, but I'm fine with that. Like I'll be out. It's at the Houston NASA Center, so it's about 37 minutes from where I am. So I'm gonna go and check into. My hotel on Sunday, and I'm really gonna try to get in my zone, and just it's gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna have no babies, no honeydew in my ear. I'm just gonna focus and. Well, I just want to be done.
Yeah.
I just want to be done.
All the hard work will pay off.
I do believe that for sure. But so we're going to do a video to score release. So we're going to do video before and after the exam as well, or just the score release?
We should say how we feel.
Yeah.
Because how I feel score release day will be completely different than how I feel today and after my exam.
For sure. Do you feel like anytime that you've walked out of the exam, well, you did say for audit, you felt like you did a good job, like you felt like you passed the exam.
In BEC the first time, I could have sworn I got 80, 90 on BEC the first time I took it. But I do know that reading gets me a lot because I read what I want to read a lot of the times. And then too, when you're used to being in the software, the exam may slightly ask the opposite of what you're expecting it to ask for. So I think that's what probably gets me a lot. But yeah, the first time I took BEC, when I got my 74, I thought I did really well. And when I left audit, I thought I did really well. And last time when I took reg, so I haven't posted the video, but I took reg again the week after I got my 68 and got a 71. But when I took reg that time, I felt like I did like really, really well. But I did better than the time before, just not a 75.
Yeah. I really have been thinking about like, oh my goodness, I wish I just had stuck the course and did FAR with you because I would be done right now. I would be done. Because FAR is like daunting. Like I'm not ready. I feel like you just gotta have a whole different mindset when it comes to trying to attack FAR.
And I know I had barely passed FAR too. I think I got a 76, but that was when COVID was messing up dates and my exam got pushed a week. I was like, I wonder if by my exam getting pushed a week, that gave me my extra.
Did they help you? Yeah. It probably did. It don't matter because you got it. You got it. Not gonna lose it, so it don't even matter. But
yeah, I'm excited.
Same. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna keep grinding it out and holding it down, and I really do believe that it's gonna pay off. I think it's gonna pay off.
Yeah. Do you have any other words for the people?
No, just pray for me. Pray for us to make sure that, I feel like I know that we both have the will to do what we need to do. So I just feel like if we just keep the course, stay focused, just keep reviewing.
Yep.
Now we can do, I think one thing that I try to focus on with this exam is doing what I can do in the natural and then let God handle the rest, the supernatural. And then that's all I can do. And I can find some content in knowing that I just did what I could. You know, try your hardest, and we'll figure out where it gets us.
Yep.
Well, all right, girl. So I guess we will talk to y'all later. We'll upload our next video on when we get our grades back. That's when y'all see us next.
And not when you take yours. Are we gonna do a?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all see us soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye, girl. Bye, everybody.